It covers more than 2/3 of our planet and forms over half of the human body. It is more than a basic need. It is the foundation on which all living systems stand. The silent architect of life, water. It is present in oceans that stretch beyond the horizon, in rivers that carve the land, and in clouds that drift across the skies. For centuries, scriptures have spoken of it as a force that heals, protects, and enlightens.
पानी ने हमारे जीवन को दिशा दी है, हमारी आस्था को स्वर दिए हैं। सिंधु घाटी की प्राचीन जल व्यवस्थाओं से लेकर काशी के पवित्र घाटों तक भारत का इतिहास हमेशा पानी के साथ बहता आया है।
Yet, even a land like India, that worshipped it as sacred, faced the harsh truth of its scarcity. Rivers shrank, wells went dry, groundwater was drawn faster than rain could refill it. Villages watched their fields crack and fade. Cities queued for hours at taps that sputtered for minutes. Mothers walked miles under a scorching sun to fill a single pot. Children missed school. Hospitals ran low. And the question echoed across the land. Where did the water go? This wasn't some distant disaster. It was daily, immediate, and everywhere.
बहुत बड़ी एक जल संकट की एक समस्या खड़ी थी हमारे देश के सामने, और ये दशकों तक खड़ी रही। जब वो आज़ादी के बाद से नहीं शुरू हुई, बल्कि आज़ादी से पहले भी यही संकट था देश में। चाहे वो हमारी माताएं बहनें हैं, हमने देखा कि कैसे वो 1, 2, 3 किलोमीटर तक पानी लाने के लिए मजबूर होती थी। बहुत सारे बच्चों का स्कूल भी छूट जा रहा था। तो ये एक बड़ी समस्या थी, और इस समस्या को निजात पाने का एक ही तरीका था, जल संरक्षण पर काम करना।
For centuries, India has thrived on the wisdom of conventional water practices, such as baulis, check dams, rainwater harvesting, etc. Yet, as the nation marched into modernity, this legacy began to wither. By the decades following independence, water scarcity was no longer a distant threat. It became one of India's most urgent crises. Governments tried. Dams rose, policies drafted. Visionaries like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar foresaw the crucial role of water in nation building, and as a result, institutions like the Central Water Commission were established. However, water remained a peripheral concern, often overshadowed by other development policies. A leader from Gujarat, Narendra Modi, emerged to change India's water story. For him, water was never just policy, it was personal. As a child in drought-prone Gujarat, he witnessed the struggles of his mother, walking long distances just to bring home water for their basic needs. Or the countless other women in his village fighting the same daily battle for water. Those early impressions shaped his vision. As Chief Minister, he made water conservation a mission, building check dams, promoting rainwater harvesting, reforming irrigation, and expanding the Narmada Canal network to transform Gujarat's dry lands.
नर्मदा का नेटवर्क बढ़ाकर कच्छ के खावड़ा से लेकर बनासकांठा तक पूरे गुजरात के सूखे क्षेत्र को हरा भरा करा। 10,000 से ज्यादा तालाबों को नर्मदा के नहरों से जोड़ा, और ढेर सारी ड्रिंकिंग वाटर की योजनाएं बनाकर नीचे से पानी का दोहन बंद कर दिया।
As Prime Minister, and even before becoming Chief Minister, water has always been a top priority for Narendra Modi. Long before he addressed water-related challenges through governance, he constantly sought practical ways to mitigate them. For instance, during his years as a pracharak, When he saw thousands of bighas of barren land in Sabarkantha's Fatehpur village, he said, "These villages will never face scarcity again." People thought it was only a dream. But years later, as Chief Minister, he made it happen. Fatehpur Talab was built, and today it provides water to several villages. Farming has grown there, and the lives of people have completely changed. Similarly, in 1987, Gujarat faced a terrible drought. The fields were dry, and people struggled for water. Families lost hope. At that time, Narendra Modi encouraged farmers to dig Khet Talawadi, small ponds in their fields, to collect every drop of rain. A simple idea that gave farmers the strength to survive. Years later, it became a government scheme. What had started as a simple idea in difficult times became official policy to protect farmers from drought.
देश के कोई नेता ने सबसे ज्यादा पानी के लिए काम किया है तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब ने किया है। जो रिवर लिंकिंग की बात आज हम कर रहे हैं, उस टाइम भी नर्मदा से निकलकर साबरमती और साबरमती से लेकर सौराष्ट्र और कच्छ तक जो नर्मदा का पानी मोदी साहब लेके गए, उसी के कारण सौराष्ट्र और कच्छ में आज बहुत बड़ा विकास भी है। और जो नर्मदा कैनाल के द्वारा उन्होंने लोगों को पीने के लिए पानी तो दिया और सिंचाई के लिए भी पानी दिया।
But the challenge of water was not limited to the villages. Even the cities were crying out. In the 1980s, Ahmedabad also reeled under a severe water crisis. Narendra Modi travelled across the city's wards, beating people, listening to their pain. Instead of raising easy slogans, he launched a bold campaign. Save water. It was not politically glamorous, but it carried immense moral weight. In the 1987 Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation elections, Narendra Modi made water conservation one of the major issues. And the BJP secured victory.
पारडी वासना एरिया का तभी एक समस्या थी पानी की, तो इन्होंने प्रचार के तौर पे पानी बचाओ झुंबेश शुरू किया था। वो बात कोई बहुत बड़ा वो कोई पॉलिटिकल मुद्दा भी नहीं था, और वो उन्होंने पकड़ के रखी। माननीय मोदी जी ने हमेशा ये रखा कि जो समस्या है, जो प्राथमिकताएं हैं, वो प्राथमिकताओं के ऊपर हमें काम करना है।
Not only this, in Kutch, which received very little rainfall, water shortage was always a serious problem. Whenever Modi used to travel through Kutch in the early years, he would say, "If trees are planted here on a large scale, the environment will improve." Over the years, plantations began, and today Kutch has more greenery than before. In October 2001, Narendra Modi took oath as Gujarat's Chief Minister. His very first official program was held on the banks of the Sabarmati River, where Narmada waters were brought to flow into the city. That evening, to mark this transformative moment, he gathered officials and ministers on the riverfront for a grand Maha-Aarti, celebrating the revival of Sabarmati and symbolizing the beginning of a new water journey for Gujarat.
उनका एक पहला सार्वजनिक कार्यक्रम नर्मदा के पानी साबरमती लाने का और उससे सब नदियों जोड़ने की एक बहुत मोटी प्रक्रिया शुरू हुई। मुझे इदम याद है कि वो शाम को बड़े प्रेम से प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ने नर्मदा के नीर का पूजन किया और अमृत कलश में रखकर मोदी साहब ने और स्वामी श्री ने अपने हाथों से वो पानी साबरमती के नदी में रखे।
This shows the priority he gave to water. For him, the water issue was not just a day-to-day crisis for the people, but an impediment to the overall growth of the state. a conviction that continues to guide his policies even today. To address severe water shortages in areas like Saurashtra and Kutch, Modi focused on securing reliable water sources like the Narmada Dam. He encouraged the formation of water committees at the village level, often led by women. These groups managed supply, collection, and upkeep with remarkable efficiency. Even today, many villages still rely on these women-led committees. From the beginning, water was not a policy for him. It was a personal mission. This mission took shape in the Jal Mandir initiative. Over 1,200 forgotten step wells, lakes, and reservoirs were revived. But this was not only about conservation, it was about reviving culture.
नरेंद्र मोदी साहब ने एक स्कीम इनिशिएटिव किया, जल मंदिर। हमारे गुजरात में मान लो 18,000 से ज़्यादा गांव हैं, एक गांव में 1 से 5 तालाब हुआ करते हैं, तो आप समझ लीजिए कम से कम 40,000 तालाब होते हैं। जो गांव का कल्चर है वो तालाब से बहुत संबंध रखता है, तो उन्होंने कहा कि उसको हम रिवाइव करें। उसके कई पर्पस है, एक तो कल्चरल रिस्टोरेशन की बात है, बर्ड कंजर्वेशन है, इन्वायरमेंट कंजर्वेशन है, तालाब के चारों तरफ प्लांटेशन कर कर उसका ब्यूटी को इम्प्रूव किया जाए।
The Jal Mandir became both shield and sanctuary, protecting against drought while restoring ancient wisdom. It later inspired Mission Amrit Sarovar. It was Gujarat's reminder that what is preserved with faith can be revived with vision. The Sardar Sarovar Dam, envisioned as one of India's great river valley projects on the Narmada, was meant to quench Gujarat's thirst, irrigate farmlands, and light up villages. Yet, for decades, it remained stalled, caught in protests, legal hurdles, and endless delays. When Narendra Modi became Chief Minister in 2001, he inherited this unfinished dream. For him, the dam was not just infrastructure, but the lifeline of Gujarat, vital to transforming drought-prone regions and ensuring irrigation and drinking water for millions. Progress, however, was fraught with challenges. Activist movements and court cases repeatedly halted construction. And in 1995, the Supreme Court had even stayed work on the project. But Modi never gave up. He took the dam's story to the people, explaining its importance for Gujarat's survival and turning the struggle into a Jan Andolan, a people's movement for water and progress.
Water grid, irrigation and drinking water. There were so many issues, rehabilitation issues, legal issues, other issues. तो उन्होंने सब issues को सुलझाया, उसके लिए व्यवस्थाएं बनाई। बट उनका था कि भाई इरिगेशन नॉट ओनली फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर एरिया बट फॉर द एंटायर स्टेट को किस तरह से महत्तम लाभ मिले। इस विजन के साथ उन्होंने इंटीग्रेट किया और आज हम सभी उसका लाभ देख रहे हैं। गुजरात के अंदर 80s 90s के अंदर हमको हजारों की संख्या में टैंकर चलाने पड़ते थे, आज बिल्कुल एलिमिनेट किया।
In 2006, as tensions peaked and the central government again reviewed and stalled the dam's heightening following various activist campaigns, hunger strikes, Modi responded with a 51-hour Sadbhavana fast. This peaceful protest was a strategy to draw national attention to Gujarat's water crisis, counter the anti-development narratives he believed were being spread, show unity and moral strength, affirming the right of Gujarat's people to water and livelihoods. The fast struck a chord. It was not about confrontation, but about hope and development. Behind the scenes, his government worked tirelessly, ensuring strict compliance with every Supreme Court and Narmada Control Authority guideline, documenting rehabilitation and resettlement. At the same time, Modi maintained delicate political goodwill with neighboring states and the centre, resolving interstate water sharing disputes with care. Finally, in 2006, the Supreme Court allowed the dam's height to be raised to 121.92 meters, up from 110 meters. For the first time as Chief Minister, Modi oversaw a significant rise in the dam's height, inching the project closer to reality. Years later, as Prime Minister, he returned to the project with renewed determination. In 2017, the dam was finally elevated to its full height of 138.68 meters. Its potential was unlocked at last, irrigating 18 lakh hectares of farmland, providing drinking water to hundreds of towns and villages, and generating hydroelectric power for the region.
नर्मदा प्रोजेक्ट बहुत महत्वाकांक्षी प्रोजेक्ट है, लेकिन पूरा नहीं हो पा रहा था। बहुत सारे सुप्रीम कोर्ट में उसको लेकर के लिटिगेशन भी थे। डैम की हाइट भी बढ़ी इन्हीं के कार्यकाल में। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पूरा समर्थन करना शुरू कर दिया प्रोजेक्ट को। इतना काम हुआ अपने विस्थापितों के पुनर्स्थापन के लिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट को भी संतोष हो गया कि हाँ, जो डैम को रोक कर रखने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं।
What began as a contested, delayed project is today the very lifeline of Gujarat, bringing water, power and prosperity to generations. And in 2002, he created a groundbreaking institution, the Water and Sanitation Management Organization. WASMO was not just a government body. It was designed as a special purpose vehicle to empower rural communities themselves. Modi believed that water management would succeed only if people became stakeholders in the process. Through WASMO, Pani Samitis were formed. Democratically elected committees of 10 to 12 members, including 50% women, were formed in villages under the Gujarat Panchayat Act.
वास्मो के थ्रू गांव में पानी पहुंचाने का काम भी नरेंद्र भाई के नेतृत्व में हुआ। उन्होंने पानी समितियां बनाई। उन्होंने बोला कि गांव के लोग गांव की खुद की कमेटी बनाएं, जो वाटर मैनेजमेंट कमेटी हो, जो गांव में पानी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के ऊपर काम करे। और ये बहुत सफल रहा। हर गांव में 11 बहनें और 11 युवा युवतियों को मिला के कमेटी को शुरुआत की और वाटर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम के ऊपर पानी समिति ने काम करना शुरू किया।
By empowering citizens, Modi's WASMO initiative turned water conservation into a collective responsibility. Villagers became active participants in shaping their own future. The success was so striking that in 2009, the Union government recommended all states to adopt Gujarat's WASMO model for community-driven drinking water security. What began as a response to the crisis soon became a movement of Atmanirbharta. Modi's foresight transformed rural water supply into a people-powered revolution, proving that governance succeeds best when it flows through the hands of the community. This initiative opened the way for local control of water supply in villages and made community participation the basis of water conservation. In order to solve the water crisis in Gujarat with a long-term perspective, Narendra Modi established the Gujarat State Water Resources Council and Water Committee. In a significant step in this direction, he promoted the construction of structures like check dams, bori bunds and farm talavadis to prevent rainwater from flowing into the sea and ensured sustainable water conservation at low cost. When Gujarat faced water scarcity in its northern districts, Narendra Modi then envisioned a solution that went beyond temporary fixes. He launched Sujalam Suphalam Yojana in 2004, an initiative designed to harness the surplus waters of the Narmada and Mahi rivers and turn scarcity into opportunity. Modi believed that water security was the foundation of development, and he acted with both vision and urgency. Gujarat had always struggled with droughts, erratic rains, and the challenge of providing drinking water to its people. The idea behind Sujalam Suphalam Yojana was bold yet simple. to construct thousands of small check dams across the state. These dams were built along streams and rivulets near farmlands so that rainwater could be stored for 2 to 3 months. This storage not only helped irrigation but also raised the groundwater table, bringing new life to agriculture in some of the most water-scarce regions of Gujarat. Water from the Narmada Canal filled 9 surface reservoirs, while a 337-kilometer unlined spreading canal connected the Kadana Dam on the Mahi River to the Banas River. Along this canal, 2 lakh farm ponds were constructed to recharge groundwater and ensure that every drop of water served a purpose.
If the northern part of Gujarat is not been recharged, it will be converted into a desert. तो वो पहला प्लान सुजलाम सुफलाम उनके दिमाग में था, वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग, और नरेंद्र भाई की वजह से सुजलाम सक्सेसफुल हुआ। जो वाटर टेबल 1500-2000 फीट नीचे गया था, आज ऊंझा के पार पाटन के कुछ इलाकों में 200 फीट तक ऊपर आए।
With the initiative, drinking water supply was separated from irrigation, allowing both communities and agriculture to thrive. Modi encouraged villagers to use traditional, low-cost techniques to build these check dams. By involving the people directly, dependency on subsidies was reduced, corruption was minimized, and the work moved faster. To ensure accountability, he introduced the innovative idea of geotagging every dam so that progress could be tracked transparently. This was not just a scheme. It changed how Gujarat approached water conservation. Centuries ago, during a devastating drought in Kutch, the saint of a Nath Yogi tradition, Mekan Dada, wandered the parched run of Kutch, offering water to weary travelers. He made a prophecy when even the Sindhu river had receded. One day, a leader will come who will bring water back to Kutch. The waters flowing away from India will one day flow within this land. This remained a distant hope. But then, Narendra Modi became Chief Minister of Gujarat. He often recalled Mekan Dada in his meetings in Kutch.
कच्छ पानी से अभावग्रस्त जिला रहा है। कच्छ को बचाना है तो सबसे पहली जरूरत है पीने का पानी पहुंचाना चाहिए, और मेकन दादा के उस अधूरे मिशन को पूर्ण करने के लिए आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 700 किलोमीटर दूर से नर्मदा का पानी कच्छ में पहुंचाने का संकल्प किया, और आज हर गांव में नर्मदा का पानी पीने के लिए पहुंचाया, नहर से खेती के लिए पहुंचाया, और आज कच्छ में मेकन दादा का जो अधूरा मिशन था उसको नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पूर्ण किया।
Guided by this inspiration, he set Gujarat on a path of transformation. Farm ponds were dug on every field. Sandbag check dams were built to stop water from running to the sea, and the Narmada Canal network was extended to Kutch. Finally, after centuries, Narmada waters reached Kutch, bringing life back to its villages and fields. Even soldiers at the border rejoiced. Mekan Dada's prophecy had found its fulfillment. But Modi's vision went further. Across Gujarat, he introduced micro and drip irrigation systems, transforming the agricultural landscape. Even across major temples in Gujarat, including the Umiya Mata Mandir, Narendra Modi urged communities to adopt drip irrigation, enabling water to be used judiciously and allowing farmers to achieve better crop outcomes.
गुजरात के उमिया माता मंदिर में लाखों की संख्या में श्रद्धालु आते। एक बार जब नरेंद्र मोदी जी गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री थे, तब उन्होंने हम सब पर एक सुझाव दिया कि जिससे किसानों के जल संकट का समाधान हो सके। उन्होंने कहा कि उमिया माता के समक्ष भक्तों से प्रतिज्ञा करवाई जाए कि वो अपने खेतों में ड्रिप सिंचाई अपनाएंगे। 1.5 लाख किसानों ने प्रतिज्ञा ली और अपने खेतों में ड्रिप सिंचाई लागू की।
The Gujarat Green Revolution Company expanded this effort, spreading modern irrigation to over 2 lakh hectares, with even the smallest farmers benefiting from subsidies. The message was simple: per drop, more crop. Farmers were trained, yields multiplied, incomes rose, and groundwater was restored. This state initiative became a national model, shaping programs like the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, from despair to abundance, from cracked soil to green fields. This is the story of Narendra Modi's irrigation revolution. A living testament to vision, action, and the Gujarat model of development.
नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को कंजर्व करना ये भी इनकी एक पॉलिसी है। तो देखते थे कि खेती में लोग सारा टाइम पंप चलाते हैं, तो कहा ये तो भी एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है, वी मस्ट एनकरेज ड्रिप इरिगेशन। तो एक पॉलिसी बनाई जिसमें 50% सब्सिडी ड्रिप इरिगेशन के लिए देने की थी। तो कहते 1 लाख हेक्टेयर में इस साल करिए। मैंने कहा साहब 1 लाख हेक्टेयर में कैसे हो सकता है, पिछले 20 साल में 20,000 हेक्टेयर हुआ है। नहीं करिए, हो जाएगा। और फिर ये तो एनुअल प्रोग्राम हो गया और आज मेरे ख्याल से गुजरात में more than 1 million hectares are under drip irrigation.
This initiative became an annual program, and today over 1 million hectares in Gujarat use drip irrigation. Modi's vision transformed water management in agriculture, proving that with bold targets and efficient practices, scarcity can be turned into strength. Furthering the vision to include new possibilities of water management and agricultural technology, Narendra Modi went to Global Agritech 2006 in Israel, enabling the idea of per drop more crop through initiatives ranging from micro drip irrigation to horticulture or aquaculture, also enabling water conservation. Whether it was the Narmada Sabarmati interlink or the emergency water supply system, every drop rejuvenated the land that once struggled for yield. Not just plans, but expansion of the idea, where every drop is meant to build the future. Further, in 2007, Narendra Modi launched the Bhanasimal Jute Pani Purvatha Yojana to address the water problems of tribal areas. The scheme aimed at ensuring clean and adequate water supply to remote tribal areas.
दूर दराज पहाड़ी क्षेत्रों में पानी बहुत दूर से लाना पड़ता था। ये सब परिस्थिति नरेंद्र भाई ने देखी। जूट पानी पुरवठा योजना चालू करने का प्रयत्न किया और हर गांव में पानी पहुंचे और गांव में जूट पानी पुरवठा की टंकी बना के सब आदिवासी घरों पे नल से पानी पहुंचे, ऐसी कोशिश की।
Later in 2009, Narendra Modi launched the Save Water campaign in Gujarat with the aim of curbing water wastage and ensuring proper utilization of every drop. One of the prominent instances highlighting his approach towards water is when complaints were received about water pollution in the old city of Ahmedabad. He directed officials to focus on clean and safe water supply rather than just increasing the supply. His focus was water conservation and efficient management in order to achieve a solution that is permanent.
मोदी साहब का मेरे पर फोन आया, बोले भैया गंदा पानी नहीं देना है हमको, उसको सफाई करने के और कई रास्ते ढूंढो। पानी है तो जीवन है, कम से कम पानी से अहमदाबाद को सब संतुष्ट कर सको, वो काम करना आपकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है। पानी बचा के काम करो, ऐसी मेरी अपेक्षा है। सभी वार्ड में सही मात्रा में जरूरी पानी मिले, उसी दिशा में आयोजन करने का तय किया।
To further address water scarcity in the Saurashtra region, Modi conceived the SONI, Saurashtra Narmada Avtaran Irrigation Yojana project in 2012, aiming to divert excess floodwaters from the Sardar Sarovar Dam to fill 115 major dams in the area. It had an outlay of Rs 10,000 crore, aiming to supply 1 million acre-feet of water, transforming its future for the next 100 years. This initiative sought to transform drought-prone regions by enhancing irrigation and supporting agriculture. It wasn't about mere water diversion. It was about people's participation. To involve communities, Narendra Modi organized farmer conventions at all 115 dam sites, where over 10,000 farmers gathered at each to honor Goddess Narmada. Schemes like Soni Yojana and Sujalam Suphalam Yojana carried Narmada waters to even the dark zone districts like Mehsana. Dry landscapes turned fertile, agriculture diversified, and prosperity returned. Modi not only solved water scarcity, but built a sustainable, participatory model empowering both farmers and industries.
ये बारिश का पानी जो ओवरफ्लो होकर समुंदर में जाता है, तो इसका स्टडी किया गया तो वो पानी का वॉल्यूम मिला 3 लाख मिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर। मोदी साहब ने अच्छा सा एक डिवीजन किया तो उसके 3 हिस्से किए गए। 1 लाख मिलियन एकड़ फीट पानी उत्तर गुजरात के लिए, 1 लाख मिलियन एकड़ फीट पानी सौराष्ट्र के लिए और 1 लाख मिलियन एकड़ फीट पानी कच्छ के लिए। सौराष्ट्र के लिए जो 1 मिलियन एकड़ फीट पानी सरप्लस देने का निर्णय किया, उस योजना का जो नाम बना उसका नाम सौनी योजना है।
When Narendra Modi became Prime Minister in 2014, he carried this blueprint nationwide, placing water at the heart of India's growth story. He often said, Jal Andolan can only succeed when it becomes Jan Andolan. For him, water meant survival, dignity, and the foundation of India's future. His reverence for the Ganga was personal. Ma Ganga had called me, he would say. Inspired by global models like South Korea's Han River, he envisioned Namami Gange, a mission to restore purity, balance, and life. Launched in 2014, Namami Gange is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's flagship mission to clean and rejuvenate the sacred river Ganga. The program combines modern technology with people's participation, focusing on sewage treatment, riverfront development, and ecological restoration. More than a cleanliness drive, Namami Gange is a movement to revive the river. By 2019, he urged natural farming along riverbanks. Soon after came Project Dolphin, symbolizing the Ganga's revival. By 2024, with cleaner waters and thriving biodiversity, Namami Gange had evolved into a people's movement under Arth Ganga, linking ecology with economy. Arth Ganga is a sustainable economic development model to strengthen people's connect with River Ganga through an economic bridge. 6 pillars of Arth Ganga are promotion of natural farming, monetization and reuse of treated water and sludge from the STPs, improvement of livelihood opportunities, promotion of tourism and cultural heritage, people's participation and building of capacities and institutions. So after introducing this concept in 2019, the transition from engineering projects or making STPs, Namami Gange became a people-centric project with Jan Bhagidari. Globally recognized among the top 10 river restoration projects, Namami Gange proved its success. Dolphin numbers rising from 2,500 in 2018 to nearly 6,000 in 2024, a living sign of rejuvenation.
जब उन्होंने गंगा की अविरलता और निर्मलता का विषय सबसे पहले देश के सामने रखा 2014 में वाराणसी से चुने जाने के बाद कि माँ गंगा ने मुझे बुलाया, 4 प्रिंसिपल्स। पहला, पॉलिटिकल विल होना चाहिए, पब्लिक स्पेंडिंग हो, इंश्योर्ड जो है उसमें बजट एलोकेशन भी हो, सरकारी धन का निवेश भी हो, उसके साथ में पार्टनरशिप्स हो। जिन लोगों ने इस विषय में विश्व भर में दक्षता प्रवीणता हासिल की है, उन सबको साथ में जोड़ करके हम कैसे कामों गति प्रदान कर सकते हैं। और चौथा, पीपल्स पार्टिसिपेशन।
In 2015, PM Narendra Modi launched the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, AMRUT, to address urban challenges of water supply, sewage and drainage, promoting sustainable water management and conservation. The same year, he launched the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, PMKSY, to ensure Har Khet Ko Pani, adequate irrigation and efficient water use through micro-irrigation, rainwater harvesting, farm ponds and check dams. Initiatives like More Crop Per Drop and watershed development improved irrigation in drought-prone areas and enhanced farmers' yields. Recognizing India's broader water challenge, Modi established the Ministry of Jal Shakti in 2019 to consolidate all water-related efforts under a single vision. That same year, the Jal Shakti Abhiyan was launched to promote rainwater harvesting, recycling and rejuvenation of water bodies, inspiring a nationwide Jan Andolan for water responsibility from villages to metros. It assured a new culture of responsibility around water. Perhaps the most ambitious of all has been the Jal Jeevan Mission, Har Ghar Nal, Har Ghar Jal, launched in 2019, that has enabled millions of families with access to clean drinking water, empowering every rural household. To rural women who once walked kilometers, it's life-changing. A struggle turned into a right as the campaign reflected itself on the ground. Impressive results from the start of the mission. As against only 3.23 crore, 16.7%, now over 81.36% of households are getting easy access to tap water. Over 125.1 million new tap water connections given in just 70 months, marking an increase of over 380% since launch of the mission in 2019.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब के नल से जल की जो योजना बनी, उसके अंदर 15 करोड़ घरों में नल से जल दिया गया। इस शुद्ध पानी की वजह से जो लोग पहले बीमार पड़ते थे तो उनका जो मेडिकल में उनको जो खर्च करते थे, WHO का रिपोर्ट कहता है कि वो 8.4 लाख करोड़ रुपया उसके अंदर इस शुद्ध पानी देने की वजह से बचा है। 15 करोड़ में पानी दे दिया गया है, 4 करोड़ घरों में और पानी देने का काम वो चल रहा है। पूरी दुनिया में ये सबसे बड़ी योजना सबसे पहली है।
The Prime Minister's vision is impeccably clear. An initiative can only succeed if it becomes a Jan Andolan. This is evidently reflected in his calls, like the one in the celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, when he called upon every district to create 75 water ponds, blending traditional reservoirs with new structures. This vision further expanded into Amrit Sarovar initiative in 2022, where 75 water bodies per district were rejuvenated to ensure sustainable water sources and groundwater recharge.
उन्होंने कहा कि आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव केवल ऐसा नहीं है कि हम अपने अपने कार्यालय में मना लें, इसमें जन जन को जुड़ना होगा। उन्होंने कहा कि गांव में अमृत सरोवर बनाइए, वहीं पे झंडोत्तोलन हो, तो गांव के लोगों को याद रहे कि ये अमृत सरोवर आज़ादी के 75वें वर्ष में बना था। उनके अभियान ऐसे रहे कि आम जनता को उससे जोड़ा जाए, हर व्यक्ति को लगे कि हाँ, जो देश का अमृत महोत्सव है या विकसित भारत की परिकल्पना है, उसमें मैं भी एक हिस्सा हूँ।
His call was clear. Water conservation isn't a seasonal effort, but as a national duty. Further initiatives like Catch the Rain campaign, launched on World Water Day 2021, encouraged people across the nation to harvest every drop of rain, where it falls, when it falls, receiving participation of over 1 crore people in the launch itself. Every Sarpanch was sent a personal letter signed by the Prime Minister, encouraging them deeply to be a part of this mission. The impact was significant. The campaign successfully mobilized citizens, turning rainwater into a reliable source of security. The Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari initiative was launched in 2024 to steadfast innovation and participation in water conservation. The scheme bolstered the construction of nearly 24,800 rainwater harvesting structure, step wells, check dams, rooftop systems, and aquifer rechargers.
Catch the Rain campaign शुरू करेंगे 22nd March को. That was a great vision of the Prime Minister. Catch the Rain campaign is probably one of the largest campaign launch on water conservation in the world. 1 करोड़ से ज़्यादा लोग उस पार्टिसिपेशन में लॉन्च में पार्टिसिपेट किया था. इसका इफेक्ट ये था कि 47 लाख स्ट्रक्चर्स अर्बन और रूरल एरिया में मिलके लोगों ने बनाया. ऑलमोस्ट 36 करोड़ टी प्लांटेशन हुआ.
The Prime Minister's vision also embraced river interlinking and basin level management. The Ken-Betwa Link project, the first under the National Perspective Plan, was launched to balance surplus and deficit basins through pipeline-based transfer, reducing displacement. Groundwater too received unprecedented attention.
मोदी जी ने मुझे 30 लिंक दिए थे. दमनगंगा, पिंजाल, पार, तापी, नर्मदा, केन, बेतवा. ये केन बेतवा सबसे आगे था. बोले उमाबेन इसकी तैयारी शुरू करो. प्रधानमंत्री जी के मन में बहुत पहले इच्छा थी. 2017 में ही इच्छा थी केन बेतवा की. और हमें उन्होंने कहा कि जितने ड्राउट पूर्ण एरिया है इन पर फोकस कर जाओ कि पीने का भी पानी मिले, खेतों को भी पानी मिले. तो इतना ज़्यादा ध्यान था उनका बुंदेलखंड पे कि उन्होंने कहा कि इसको नेशनल प्रोजेक्ट डिक्लेयर कर दो.
The Atal Bhujal Yojana promoted participatory groundwater management and water budgeting, while the groundwater management and regulation program focused on aquifer mapping and modern water monitoring systems. Prime Minister Modi conveyed a simple yet powerful message. Plants need water, not the entire crop. Just as we feed a child with a spoon, not by bathing him in milk, we must give water wisely. Atal Bhujal Yojana made micro-irrigation a key pillar, boosting efficiency, reducing waste, and conserving our most precious resource. Earlier, water management meant bigger dams and canals, but this marked a shift from engineering to empowerment. Communities became custodians of their own groundwater, ensuring sustainability.
पहले क्या होता था कि हम जब भी पानी की हम उपलब्धता की बात करते थे तो यही माना जाता था कि इंजीनियरिंग काम है, बड़े बड़े डैम से ही पानी की उपलब्धता सुनिश्चित की जा सकती है. अटल भूजल योजना के माध्यम से एक पैराडाइम शिफ्ट किया गया. एक तो हुआ कि पार्टिसिपेटरी इरिगेशन मैनेजमेंट. गांव या ग्राम पंचायत के स्तर पे लोग खुद जाने कि उनके पास कितनी बारिश हो रही है, कुएं का लेवल बढ़ रहा है, घट रहा है. उसके बेसिस पे वो क्या करेंगे, एक वाटर बस्टिंग का कंसेप्ट आया. हर ग्राम पंचायत का एक पानी का बजट बने.
Beyond policy, the Prime Minister also promoted awareness through Nadi Utsav, celebrating rivers as lifelines of civilization and symbols of our ecological and spiritual heritage. Cleanliness drives, cultural events, and public festivals ensured that conservation was not just technical, but emotional and cultural. Through all these initiatives and many more, one thing remains constant: the belief that water is not just a resource, but a shared duty.
पानी का उपयोग हमें प्रसाद की तरह करना चाहिए. पानी का मूल्य वो समझता है जो पानी के अभाव में जीता है. एक एक बूंद पानी जुटाने में कितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. मैं देश के हर उस नागरिक से कहूंगा जो पानी की प्रचुरता में रहते हैं, मेरा उनसे आग्रह है कि आपको पानी बचाने के ज्यादा प्रयास करने चाहिए.
Narendra Modi's leadership redefined water conservation in India. He transformed it from a government program into a people's movement. Today, as millions of families turn on their taps, as rivers regain their flow, and as villages rise with renewed hope, one truth resonates. Water conservation is not just about survival. It is about securing the future of India. Modi views it as a personal and spiritual responsibility, something that connects each of us to the roots of our culture and our duty. This way of thinking also reflects the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi, who believed that true change begins with the individual. He often mentions Gandhiji's house in Porbandar, where a unique idea of rainwater harvesting was flourishing centuries ago. In Mann Ki Baat of April 2016, he said, "I always say that those who visit Gandhiji's house in Porbandar must visit the 200-year-old underground tank, which stores rainwater, and even today the water in it remains clean. This is not just history, it is an inspiration." Taking this thought forward, he is turning water conservation into a mass movement. From the first reservoirs in Gujarat to nationwide missions reaching the remotest villages, Narendra Modi's vision turned water security into a reality for millions. By securing this lifeline, the nation has strengthened the foundations on which progress and prosperity can flow for years to come. Today, India stands stronger, healthier, and more self-reliant towards Vikasit Bharat, towards Sujalam Bharat.